hello, everybody. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Don't worry, I know you can't see me yet, but I know you can see me now. How are we doing? Welcome to another season of AEL University Rocket League. My name is Maximilian Thor von Neumann, Max von Neumann for short, or formal casting if you want to be a little less formal about it and go by those weird online alias as we get ready to sort of revisit 3 games that happened over the past week in this league. As you can see, we are already well into the season. Week number 2 is upon us, and while we have no live games today, we did pick out 3 very interesting games for 3 very special reasons, which we will be going over tonight, starting, of course, with Griffith Black taking on UON. That's the University of Newcastle, the Mosquitoes. So, a little bit of a Queensland versus New South Wales rivalry, something I always tend to enjoy. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Now, before we get too deep into it, however, I do want to quickly throw out, a little bit of what we're all about here this year. Now, 2021, the Australian Esports University League, we are presented by Chatime Australia. It's a tournament that's open to all university students across Australia to play, compete, and to have fun. This is season 1. There will hopefully be multiple seasons that happens, but it is our very first of the year, so 2021 season number 1. And now this AEUL, you get to throw in that little U right there for university, presented again by Chatime Australia. They are the bubble tea partner of the event, as well as AOC Monitors. They are our monitor partner. Indomie, the noodle partner of the event, and RIG, the headset partner of this event. So a big thank you to all of them. Now a little bit more details about each of our partners as well. AOC, they are a global leader in monitor display technology. For more than 50 years, AOC has been delivering an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. Today, that company offers a wide selection of stylus monitors to use from home, office, gaming, whatever you need. They don't even like spectating as well. The F1 starting very, very soon. I'm going to be watching some of that, probably on a very nice monitor as well, just saying. So a big thank you to them. Obviously, Indomie, a constant sponsor as well. Feed your game. Try out any of their flavors. McGoring, typically the one I like to use, and I think it's the use of choice for a majority of those university students out competing today. Their noodles are made from carefully selected ingredients, the best quality flour, fresh spices, all from natural source resources of India, giving it a unique and delicious taste. As a result of Indomie's successes, their range has expanded now to 14 different products, which is kind of insane. I know everyone just thinks of McGoring, but I've gone for that barbecue flavor one before as well. It's pretty good. Need to find it again, actually. As mentioned before, RIG, what it takes to win. RIG, or RIG, they develop headsets, delivering on superior audio for competitive gamers and streamers at all level. Join the RIG team and enhance your gaming experience. Furthermore, of course, saving the main one, presented by Chatime Australia. Chatime, fresh iced tea. Try the new range at your local store. Every time I go shopping, I tend to go for a grapefruit black, half ice, no sugar. That's always been my go-to, but they are the fastest growing iced tea franchise in Australia. Over 120 different breweries with a commitment to quality ingredients and mix-ins with that flair of innovative flavors that come through. They had like a Philadelphia cream cheese thing before. It was kind of wild. It looked really nice, but I don't know. I guess I was a little too stuck in my ways. Either way, these combinations, they brew nothing but the very best IT. So a big thank you to them and all of our sponsors for this event. Now, I'm sure you've probably been looking a little bit at that screen next to me and kind of wondering what that is. And, well, it's just last week's results, to be quite frank. That's no easier way around it. Do you see my mouse? I believe you do. But, yeah, this was last week's results. And as mentioned before, Griffith Black versus the Mosquitoes. Well, we can see how they went in week 1. Mosquitoes went 3-over. Platt Num Nums, another UON team with a very, very good name. Very, very interesting name. Griffith Black, on the other hand, it was their sister team, but Griffith Black did go 3-0 over RMIT White. So coming into this, we're going to be looking at 2 teams currently sitting undefeated, 3-0, haven't even dropped a game. Now, I'm not going to spoil how this series plays out. By the way, we're going to be, I do know the spoilers, but I'm going to be acting like I don't. You all don't know who's going to win, so I guess that's where the fun comes in, as we are going to be going straight to the in-game action. I believe we can just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and we are on the pitch and underway. straight into it. Griffith Black, they are in blue. In orange, it is the UON Mosquitoes. Real quickly, I believe we can take a look at those lineups. You got Kremberg, Sleepy, and Shiro on the Griffith side. Jets for Life, Vassal, and Zesty over for UON. And yeah, there are probably some familiar names there if you were paying attention last time around. When I say last time around, of course, I mean last season. Jets for Life and Zesty, they are returning competitors in this event. Going to be excited to see what they're going to be able to pull out. Now, one of the downsides to watching this through replays is we won't be able to get like live action replays of the goals. I do apologize for that. It's just a nature of the beast we're in. Either way, Shiro going to try to establish some offensive pressure. Fall through already in place for this Griffith side, but they're not going to get their goal straight away. Said that ball's going to go across the field. Just for Life looking to connect. It's a shot, but it's not quite in. Follow through as well. Doesn't quite hit its mark. And a couple near misses right there for the Griffith side. They should be able to get back into it, and I apologize. Just get that game volume up. Get that back up to there. I think that should be good now. Bit of an aerial play out of the Fennec right here. Kremberg back on defense against Vassal. Has to be a little bit careful, but the shot comes from Jets for Life. It's over the top, and it is in. And that is going to be the first goal going to the UON Mosquitoes, up 1-0 in this match. Still 3.5 minutes to go. Game number 1. See if the Mosquitoes are going to be able to come back into it. It's a nice little demo. Still might set the Mosquitoes up. Ball off that backward, all to set up Vassal, who's looking for that second goal. Not going to find it. And the follow-through is just a little bit off balance. Zesty actually chases Shiro through the corner as the rest of the Mosquitoes look to press forward on the attack. Sleepy able to play off that backboard, goes corner to corner, but here comes more pressure from the UON side. All three defenders bunched up in the corner, a chance to maybe cross it up over the middle, but Shiro able to find that corner boost. Actually gets up high enough to make that initial save. Play still gets shut down middle of the pitch. Krenberg has a chance to push it forward. Goes for that backward pass. Sleepy is there. Shot saved by Jets for Life. Good patient defense out of Jets. And that will keep the score at 1-0, at least for now. Vassal out of the box already, though. You can see Griffith Black trying to find a way to equalize this game. Middle of the pitch. Drives it forward. Jets for Life able to play it through said corner. And now, actually, it looks as if Mosquitoes could be trying to push themselves too ahead. Just for Life has that ball in the box. Shiro will be able to follow it through. Back the other direction. Shiro looking to chase the ball down. Goes for a pinch on the corner, but didn't get the contact they were looking for. That results in a pass down the middle. But Griffith Black get there first. It's an awkward bouncer. Just for Life had the read and is able to corner it safely, at least for the time being. Vassal watches that ball sail overhead. Zesty chases it through the corner, pinching it up. Sleepy throws it back down. Shiro up in the air off that backboard, looking for the double. Sleepy, in fact, had the backboard pass. Krenberg tries to follow through, but Vassal waiting, willing, watching. Turns it into the other direction. A nice flick, actually, out of Vassal. And that's going to make this one a 2-0 lead now in favor of the Mosquitoes with 2 minutes to go. Very well played. To finish that one off, apologies if you heard my little water sip right there. Hydration is important. Remember to drink water at all times of the day. Pass across the middle. Follow through by Vassal. Does go over to the Griffith Black side. I believe that is Shiro with the ball. It was Shiro. Dribbling it forward. Sleepy is going to attempt to follow through, but it's a swing and a miss. And now comes the strike. Perhaps UON Mosquitoes trying to make it a 3-goal game. Sets up. Sorry, it's the other way. It's Griffith Black trying to get back within one. My apologies. See, I fake you out. Either way, though, that's going to be Griffith Black scoring one back. It was Sleepy putting it through, and with a minute and a half to go, we still have a 1-point game. A reminder, this is game number 1 in a best-of-5. So still a lot of Rocket League left, perhaps, in this opening affair between two undefeated teams. If Griffith Black can't find a way to equalize, it's going to be their first loss of the season, and that would be a little bit of a shocker for them. As we do see an attempt right there. Vassal able to clear it down. Krenberg fortunately able to catch it for the Griffith team, as they are desperately trying to hold on right now, but the Mosquitoes are knocking on that door. Swing and a miss from Shiro. Vassal, though, had attempts to follow it through. Ball in the box, a chance for anyone to get there. It will be Griffith Black actually dribbling it up the field. Shiro going to try and find a setup for a teammate down below. Only finds defenders as Jets for Life actually clears it back across the middle of the pitch. Sleepy forced to corner it, but already you can see the UON Mosquitoes are there. Shot from Jets for Life will be saved by Krenberg, keeping the game alive temporarily for Griffith Black. Have half a minute to try and get that equalizing goal. It's not looking that likely, though, at the moment, as the Mosquitoes. I believe this was a top 8 team during the last season of 2020, if memory serves me correct, but they didn't get too far in that stage. Jets for Life is a player who I remember inconsistent performances. I wish I could say I remember big performances, but they were inconsistent. Sometimes would look amazing, other times would have rough days. Zesty typically was the star of this UON team, and we can see right now Zesty actually has a chance to throw it to the corner. Shiro back pass. That's really risky, fortunately, for Griffith. Kremberg back there for the save, but with 0 seconds to go, this game might be over with that touch. I believe it is. Ball hits the ground, and, well, I mean, there's no fancy victory screen, just a win going over to the Mosquitoes side. As I'm going to quickly update the scoreboard. Yeah, we get to cut back to me, and you get to watch me just sort of change things and keep you all spoiler-free. Like, that's the big thing that we're doing here. We're keeping you spoiler-free throughout it as we are looking to set up game number 2. Quickly jump into it here. Look at that. Perfectly done. Even got a nice little box underneath the UN Mosquitoes to signify their week 1 win. It's the little things, or their game 1 win, I should say. Game number 2 right now. Mosquitoes up 1-0 in the series. Looking to go up 2-0 if they're going to be fortunate. Play across the middle of the pitch right now. Does have Jets for Life swing and miss. Zesty is going to be able to follow it through. Stays underneath the ball, looking for a flick. Instead only dribbles it. Throw it back towards the middle of the pitch. Challenge up by 2 defenders. It's a double commit, and it would have opened the doors if Shiro had not been able to recover. Did they switch sides on me? They switched colors on me. Why would they do such a thing? All right. All right, they changed sides in between games 1 and 2. Look, wasn't really prepared for that one. So... All right, UON is now blue, by the way. Griffith Black is now orange. I don't know why they would do that to me, and I didn't catch that on the replays before, so my apologies right there. We might have to do a little pre-checking before. I'm going to try and change the teams back as we're going along, though. You guys can watch the game. Oh, that is evil. What? Why would they do such a thing? It's as if they want the world to burn, right? Oh, my goodness. I thought something seemed wrong with the team names. I don't know. Either way, it is an easy fix. It is an easy fix as we're getting through. By the way, that's a goal being scored, in case you weren't paying attention. Quick one scored right there for, I believe that would be the blue side, which is now the UON side. So pulling away a little bit. Now I'm not actually entirely sure who wins. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's actually crazy right now. That changes up everything on my perception if they're changing sides. Either way, it's another quick goal coming from UON. So that does make it 2. 2 quick goals for the team already up in this series. Yeah, the logos are the wrong way around. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix them. I'm trying. We're trying our best to get things so they look good. When we go back, and I think we're getting there. Hold on, hold on. There we go. All right. All right, we are back in action. Again, apologies, but 2-0 lead for the UN Mosquitoes. Oh, wait, I have to change the result as well. Who are up 1-0 in this series. There we go. I don't know what to tell you guys. I wasn't expecting the side swap. Either way, Shiro now pushing it forward for Griffith Black. Vassal does get in the way. Defense looks to be played off the backboard underneath. Vassal challenges Sleepy, but doesn't really quite come out on top. As we see Shiro actually going for the play. Swings and misses. Zesty will look to fall through from underneath. Vassal will be the one who gets there. Tries to throw it back across, possibly looking for Jets for Life. There comes the shot. It does make its way to the backboard, but not quite in the goal. As teams continue to play through that corner. Still looking like the challenge. UON trying to find that big setup play. Instead just finds a face full of Griffith defenders. As the Mosquitoes take that shot, Shiro from down below will clear it out of the box. Still, though, tight spacing, tight rotation from the Mosquitoes looking to add to their lead right now. as Sleepy finally gets some space to clear it forward. A chance perhaps, but unable to beat Vassal to the play. Apologies, that's Jets for Lice. Does get it up the side of the pitch. Eventually we go back across the middle. Minute 13 still to go in this game. The Mosquitoes right now on pace to move themselves 2 games up in this best of 5. Shiro and Kremberg each commit. It doesn't go too far. Instead, Just for Life is going to throw it back down. Swing and misses from 2 defenders. That's an open middle of the pitch. Just for Life reaching towards it. Unable to beat Kremberg to the play. Instead, we watch up above as Vassal actually takes that shot off the backboard. An opportunity for Zesty perhaps, but he's not going to find that strike. Instead, Shiro will clear it back down once more to the UON side. Only 40 seconds remaining in this game. As we continue, that launch shot looked so good. But Zesty able to stay in the goal. Actually comes up with a huge save right there and keeps that 2-point advantage in favor of UON. Under 30 seconds to go. It looks like this series might be moving to that 2-0 standing. UON Mosquitoes could be going 2 games up. Again, you have to remember, neither of these teams had lost a game before coming into this one, and UON looking to continue that trend. Griffith Black struggling a bit, and Griffith as a school, you know, has a history of some very strong teams. So a little bit surprising to see them struggle right now. Swing and a miss. Still gets the demo, but it's not going to matter. Tyler has hit that 0 mark, and that's going to do it for this one. The UON Mosquitoes, they advance to 2-0 right now. So we're going to update that before quickly throwing back to yours truly after that one. Hopefully, the players decide to stay on the same team, and I don't have to panic set it up. We'll be a little bit faster this time around, because now I know the shenanigans they're pulling. Now we know what they could be going for, but definitely an interesting game number 2. In that regard, very one-sided so far in this series in favor of UON. They're sitting quite comfortably as we get ready to go into game number 3. Does look as if Griffith has stayed on the blue side. Okay, cool. Griffith is back on the blue side. UON is back on the orange side. Awesome. So once again, we're going to have to change the size. I am really sorry for this. We're going to quickly work to do that, but now I know how to do it faster, so hopefully it'll be a faster experience. Either way, big demo to start us off as looking for some pressure across the middle of the field. Getting the setup. Big demo again. A chance perhaps as we do see Vassal actually passing it over to Jets for Life. Shiro, though, in the defense, able to get that big save. Good play right there. Still just trying to get the logos going. Please don't score, guys. Just got to wait. You can wait for me. I appreciate you. There we go. Ball in the corner. Sleepy tries to throw it back. Shiro's going to challenge. Actually keeps that ball held up high. As we do see more action in the center of the pitch. Change that. There we go. Look at that. It never changed. All right. See, much faster this time around. No goals scored. We're still in a pretty even match as Shiro swings and misses as well as the Griffith Black side. Shiro now with the chance. That shot's on target. It bounces off the post, and the follow through will knock it in. That's going to be a goal going to Griffith Black. Finally, they get themselves a lead in this series, up 1-0. Shiro, the one who created that attacking pressure right there, should get most of the credit for that goal. Off the backboard, Shiro looks again, gets a nice little redirect off the backboard, juking out the defender. 2-0 lead for the Griffith Black team. And for the UON Mosquitoes, first time they've been challenged in this series. Let's see how they respond to the challenge. Just for Life, we'll take it across the pitch. But Sleepy underneath will actually set up, it looked to be Shiro, but Vassal gets to it first. A demo doesn't result in a shot just yet. Still 3 minutes to play. Only a 2-0 game. Granted, game number 2 was 2-0, and that was more than enough for the UON Mosquitoes to get the win in that situation. Sleepy off that backward, looking to pass it back to Shiro. Shot's going to go through, and that's now a 3-0 lead for Griffith Black, as they're going to be pretty happy with that one. Hopefully they'll be able to keep this momentum going for themselves. Still 3 minutes left in this game. As we see the pass across, Shiro actually gets challenged. Looking to set up Kremberg. Jets for Life swings, doesn't come down with the ball. Eventually, we do see the Mosquitoes get some pressure. It's the pass to Vassal. The shot looked good. And how do they find that pass in that traffic? Either way, UO and Mosquitoes, they get 1 point back. They're now starting to run and press this one forward. So we do continue along. Ball back into that corner. Zesty throws it up in the air. And will catch it themselves. Sleepy playing that corner defense. Lobs it across. Machiro will play it out of the box. Sleepy follows it through. Ball lobbed. Looking hungrily is this defense of the UON side. They try to follow through, but Shiro calling Shiro's lame a lot right now in the middle of the pitch. Will shut down just for life, though. Takes it right back in favor of the UN Mosquitoes. They need to kind of get a goal right here. They're sort of running out of time in this game. And that is the exact angle to do it off of. What a shot right there for the UON side. That is one that they did need. And now, back in this game, and a 1 goal difference. That is more than enough time for UON also to find an equalizer, perhaps. Griffith Black, though, they cannot afford to give this lead up. Again, they lose this game, they lose this series. So sort of that must-win situation for them. Zesty plays it forward to Kremberg. The ball across the middle of the pitch. Zesty tries to follow it through, but Shiro will shut it down. However, no one there to pressure Vassal in the challenge right away. Eventually, Shiro does get in his face, but an open middle of the pitch means we got ourselves a tie game. UON finds the equalizer. It looked like Kremberg had actually cheated too far forward in the middle of the pitch and just gets caught out of source, I suppose, kind of in that no man's land. Not where you want to be, and a chance for UON perhaps to take the lead. Ball's off the backboard, but Jets for life is there, and UON, they get a 1 goal advantage once more. They were down 3-0 in this game, might I add, but they have found a way to come back and make it 4-3 on match point. Their chance to take this series right now as we see Sleepy lob that one in the air. Will be caught initially. Ball back across the middle of the pitch, thrown the other way as Vassal look to throw it over to themselves. 4-3 scoreline. Zesty with possession. Actually going to be caught by the Griffith Black side, who now looks for that open net. Kremberg just needs to redirect. And we got ourselves a tie game with 1:08 to go. Griffith Black, they tie us back up. And what a crazy game this has been. 8 goals scored in game number 3 after 2 low-scoring games in 1 and 2. Still, we need at least one more 9 minimum to be had in this game. At the rate we're going, we could be seeing 10. Vassal lobs it across the middle. Shut down by Shiro. Follow through. Not quite there fast enough. Just for life. Doesn't make good contact on the back pass, but will redirect it in the air. A nice read from Shiro, though. Actually, will be trying to follow it through. Actually finds the second touch. And actually, for the 3rd time, puts one in. I say actually 3 times for what I believe is the hat trick out of Shiro. Very well played. No, I'm sorry, that's the 4th goal. I should have said, actually, there we go. Now it's been said 4 times. Either way, it is a 5-4 lead for Griffith Black, who have retaken control of this game. Once more, Griffith Black, they're the team trying to stay alive in the series. They need to win this game to take us to a game 4, and guess what? They're now 2 points up. 6-4, and the goal that probably will secure it. And fantastic stuff from Griffith. Go down 2 games and to bring one back, scoring 6 goals. Granted, this game has been a lot sloppier, a lot more unforced errors. Open net! But not able to get it in. That last defender does fall back in the nick of time. And with 10 seconds remaining, it looks as if Griffith Black have brought it back. They do make themselves a 2-1 deficit, but you know what? You make the bed that you sleep in. They're sleeping in it well. They're sleeping in it comfy. They're thinking, you know what? We still have a chance to win this series. We're going to take it to that game 4. As the ball hits the ground, we'll come back over to yours truly to get our next game set. But a lot sloppier of a game that last one. Definitely interesting. I'm hoping they don't change sides again. I'm sick of the changing sides. If I load into this next game and they've changed sides, I'm just going to be so sad. Hold on. All right, well, here's the good news. I caught it this time. They have changed sides, and I'm just going to fix it before we go into game. I figured out how to do that. Because, yeah, you'll never guess it. They switch sides again. those cheeky players. You love it. But this time we can change it before we go into game. So, I mean, that's going to be all right. A very interesting series thus far. Shiro in particular has actually been really impressive in my eyes. I think he is going to be someone to watch out for in the future if he keeps playing at this level. Because, in particular, that one goal where he went across the middle and was able to redirect his car after missing the ball, turning it into that shot. I think that was the best example of sort of like what someone who understands all the motion and movements of their car can do. And that was a great little shot. So if Griffith is going to continue this comeback, I'm going to be looking for more good performances out of Shihiro in particular. Granted, as an overall team, I still think the experience, and I still think just from what I'm seeing from UON, they do look to be that little bit faster, that little bit more aggressive. I think they probably might be the better team at this stage, but you still got to be able to finish it out. So I don't know. This one can go either way. Well, I do know, but I'm going to act like I don't know, and this one still could go either way. Griffith definitely making an argument that, you know, those first two games could have been, you know, an anomaly as opposed to the real deal. As we are going to, guess what, cut right back to the match. Hit that button right there, and there we go. See? Can actually focus on the game this time. All right, game number 4. 2-1 lead for the Mosquitoes, now in blue, with Griffith Black now in orange. Team's loving their switch in sides, and they're loving their shots as well, but it's not quite going to hit its mark. As we stay at 0-0 for the time being. Sleepy going to try to find Kremberg across the middle for the Griffith Black side, but won't be able to get there. So it'll be Vassal from UON jumping it down to Jets for Life. Across the middle we go. A chance to keep that ball down low. Jets for Life tries to hold it in the middle of the pitch, but Sleepy will be the one with possession. Vassal will take it away. Zesty actually cut off by the teammate. And a little bit of sloppy play out of UON. Not really the double commits we want to see at this stage. So we do watch this side of Griffith start to press it forward. Goes for a pinch off that backboard. Anyone underneath? Not quite. Up above we go. Jets for Life holding the ball in the corner. Zesty throws it back. Shot not to be had. As we see that defensive clear. Zesty now looking to bang it well and truly to the Griffith Black side. It just goes straight to Shiro. Again, that player to watch out for. And the Fennec shot looks good, and that's going to be Griffith Black out in front. 1-0 lead. Good sign from Griffith. This play does look to continue. Big play happening at the moment. Pressure in that corner. It's going to be set up by the UON side. Just for Life goes up against Sleepy, but isn't able to find that goal. Instead, it actually could be another goal perhaps for Griffith Black. Ball up for grabs. Krebberg is there. Shots off the backboard, not quite in. Just for Life will look to clear it back that other way. Ball held in the corner. As we see another shot. That one looks good. That one looks in. And Griffith Black, they're now up 2-0. Now being a nice little, you know, reverse sweep situation right here. 2-0 score line. Ball goes across the middle of the field. Jets for Life will push it forward, but Shiro makes that read. This is actually starting to look a little dire for UON Mosquitoes. I mean, you go up 2-0 in the series, lose 2 in a row potentially, or at least go down 2-0 in that second one. They need to find a way to get some points on the board, get that momentum back in their favor. Shiro holds the ball in the box, double commit on defense. Sleepy and Kremberg were in positions to try and find the strike, but neither of them are able to get to it in time. Just for Life actually throws it back over across the Zesty. Shiro now will play that corner. Back in we go. Looking for the next touch. Ball held down low. Lighter touches, but no one able to bang it through. Shiro actually will keep it going forward. Actually, another touch from Shiro, going for that solo blade, trying to dunk it on the UON side. UON just unable to get any offense going. Shiro could have taken a 3-point lead if that shot had gone through. Instead, we go the other way. Ball in the middle of the pitch. Zesty tries to find Jets for Life, and finally do we get to see some UON offense. Not to be the case as Shiro finds a booming clear all the way to the opposite end of the field. Back and forth we go. Ball up for grabs. Someone underneath needs to find it, needs to strike it. Jets for Life with possession, flicks it over Sleepy. Actually goes for that next touch across the middle as well. The ball will be thrown back towards Zesty. Has that read. Vassal waiting, watching, willing, but not going to commit just yet. Ball thrown down as Kremberg and Shiro each commit. Zesty actually goes for a bump, doesn't find too much. Actually, with that touch, may have beaten 1, 2, 3 defenders. Zesty. Great play right there down the middle. My goodness, all of Griffith Black had a chance to try and take that one away, but none of them could, and UON, they do get themselves back on the board. It's a 2-1 game. Ball will be held middle of the pitch. Sleepy going up to challenge Vassal. Won't be able to get too far. Shiro swings and misses. Another shooting opportunity with a bump in the back of the net. Will put it through. It's a 2-2 game with only a minute 41 left to play. Very intense game right now. 100 seconds left. Tie ball game. UON Mosquitoes. They're trying to seal this one in game 4. They could be bringing it back after being down 2-0 in the opening minute, courtesy of what was looking to be a much more in-tuned Griffith side, but individual plays starting to bring UON back out in front. Ball gets to that backboard. UON already there reading it. Zesty going for a pinch along the wall, but Kremberg will keep it held in place. Vassal wins the challenge, follows it through, looking for the play across the middle. Shiro shuts it down temporarily. A chance perhaps, not quite there. UON flicking it up. Someone's got to bang it through. Swing and a miss from Zesty. As we don't see too much yet. Vassal now, again, going to try to play that backboard, but won't be able to go too far with it. Jets for Life bouncing it off that sidewall, trying to get more towards the middle of the pitch, but won't be able to get too far with it. Lobber across the center of play will be caught by Shiro. As Kremberg will look to chase from underneath. Vassal will fall back in the corner. Actually will bump him off. Shiro throws up a lobber. It's in the corner, but not going to go too far. 33 seconds still to go in regulation. We could be seeing our first overtime. Next goal wins this game, I do believe. Regulation or overtime, you put one in, you get that win. And Griffith Black, they're the team that maybe needs it a little bit more. They're the ones trying to pull off a reverse sweep, trying to take us to a game 5. Sleepy trying to find Kremberg, but puts it a little bit too high. Will be forced to fall back right now. Shiro actually is going to go for this challenge, has the height, and Vassal is just able to control himself down, but Jets for Life using it for a pinch attempt. Not going to find that goal. Zesty keeps it held on the orange side of the pitch, where Just for Life will push it forward. 0 seconds, and Sleepy with the light touch hits the ground. And we got ourselves our first overtime of the afternoon or evening, depending where you are in this beautiful country. 2-2 ball game. Ball across the middle of the pitch. Will be caught by Shiro. Bumping and grinding, not able to get too far with it. Ball held in the air. Sleepy will put it back down. Good first and second touch, though, from the Griffith Black side, trying to find that game 5, but the ball will sail over the net. Playing through the corner now. UON with a chance. Zesty will lob this one up. Griffith waiting underneath. Won't be able to get too far with it as Zesty continues to try to ghost the ball. Eventually it will lead to a challenge, which holds the ball in place. Vassal as well trying to find a dunk, but no one's just able to win these 50s until Vassal muscles it. Sleepy takes advantage of an over-aggressive Zesty, and all of a sudden Griffith Black might have a bit of a breakaway. Shiro not going to go for the boost, instead going to go for the ball, looks for that pass down below, double commit, and low pin pitch right now. UON a chance to end this game if they can corral it. They have Zesty across the middle, but the defense is able to recover, and that was a triple commit back the other way. So UON forced to rotate back. Just for Life and Vassal each double commit. Shiro has a chance to make a big bang happen here. We'll try to play it through the corner, but Just for Life shuts it down. Kremberg underneath gets it across over to Shiro, but won't be able to go too far with it. Demo from behind. Just for Life shot. Kremberg save. Playing through that corner. Back across. Vassal has a chance. Vassal goes across again over to Sleepy this time. They're not going to be able to go too far with it. Interesting demo. Lob shot up in the air. Caught by Vassal. Thrown over. Down to Shiro. Swing and miss. Swing and miss. Touch. Going other corner. Shiro now will have that play. Actually has to force himself to go down instead of up. Here comes a shot. No. No goals to be had. Zesty with the bump and a nice read. Oh my goodness. That was a great little play from the Griffith Black defender. And now it's actually turning into a Griffith Black attack as Vassal is going to be forced to corner that ball. Kremberg looks to play it through that corner. Pass down. Shiro not willing to swing just yet, but Swiss Zesty swings and misses. Just for Life slow plays it, and that opens a door. Shiro puts it through. And that's right, everybody. We're going to a game 5. We are going to that game number 5. Pretty crazy it's gotten to this stage, not going to lie. Back and forth series, potential reverse sweep. Whoop. You don't need to see that. One sec. So we're just going to get set up for our 5th and potentially final game. Ooh. They stayed on the same sides. Oh my goodness, they actually did it. For the 5th and final game, they stay on the same sides. No one saw that. No one saw the spoilers. Let's just get into the match, shall we? As boom. That's okay. Either way, look, doesn't matter. We're kicking this off. It's game number 5. UON Mosquitoes in blue, Griffith black in orange. Win and you win the series. You remain undefeated on the season. You lose this game, you drop one to a team that honestly looks to be your equal and could be a competitor in the group. I think this is like a week 2 playoff picture kind of match right now because both these teams are definitely going to be fighting for it. Just for Life will take it across the middle of the field before it's being thrown back over to the UON side. Sleepy playing defense through that corner. We'll keep the ball held up in the air, at least for the time being. Eventually we do go all the way to the back corner. Swing and a miss by the defense. They're unable to get too far with it just yet. A lot of tight corner play. The pace slowed down a fair bit. Just for Life tries to get something cheeky through, but it turns into an easy read by this Griffith defense. They'll throw it across the middle, and now they might have a chance to strike, actually. Ball lobbed up. Zesty puts it back down. Just for Life stays in the goal. Didn't want to press forward, and that could open up a shot for Shiro, but Vassal able to stay underneath it, and that's not going to be a goal just yet. In fact, there's a slow roller going to that opposite end. As we see a play on that backboard, going to slowly push it forward. Kremberg, a chance for that pinch off that side wall. Vassal will throw up a little bit of a lobber, and now here comes a shot, a strike, if you will. But Zesty will be back and able to make that save. More plays across the middle of the pitch right now. Zesty going to go for something. Throwing it. Caught by the defense. Ball lobbed in the air. Follow-up touch is had. Vassal, though, does find that save in the box. Next touch through that corner doesn't get too far either. Shiro doesn't make the backboard read, but this could be the shot. The net was open, but the Dignitas Octane could not put it through. I believe that was, I want to say Zesty. Zesty's on their team. Oh my God, it was Kremberg, I believe. Unable to find that shot. Well, now a chance for Kremberg, perhaps. He tries to get that goal, unable to get it through just yet. More corner play right now as Shiro will keep that one lobbed up. Jets for Life goes for the challenge, but Sleepy will instead knock it down low. As Kremberg actually gets bumped around and off the play, Shiro from that back line eventually does play it forward. Caught by Shiro as we approach the halfway point of this game. A chance for Kremberg, perhaps, with Jets for Life. Keeps it in the corner. Now Jets for Life fires the clear over to Sleepy. Lob shot, pass back down. Kremberg waiting, watching, stays patient, but doesn't take the strike. As we see a nice pinch across the field. Sleepy is going to be forced to fall back, but Shiro will be able to catch it. Actually bounces it off that side wall. Sleepy now another opportunity, throws it across the pitch. Shiro goes up. Drops it somewhere, anywhere, maybe Zesty. No, doesn't like that look. Vassal, however, does. And that's going to be a shot towards Shiro. Followed through by Just for Life. It's a pass back. It's in the box, but no one's able to find the goal. That could have been good. Instead, we continue at a 0-0 pace. Just for Life. Slow dribble. Tries to flick it across, but cannot go too far with the play. Instead, will once again be forced back. We see Jets for Life try to make something happen. Instead, Shiro once more shutting it down. And this Griffith Black attack has been playing the middle of the field so well in this game. Defense plays it off the backboard. Sleepy, though, tries to follow it through. Once again, defense has to make that play. Sleepy actually going for the bump. Does lose control of the ball temporarily. Shiro, though, gets it back into the box, but the second defender, actually the third defender, considering how all of UON is clumped, was the one who kind of saved the day right there. Shots on target with the bump. It goes in. And the UON Mosquitoes are out in front 1-0 with just over a minute and a half still to play. Fantastic goal for UON. Is that going to be enough for them to take this series and to advance to be 2-0 in Season 1? Still a minute 20 left in this one. Ball played through that wall. Just for Life off that backboard. Shiro going to set up a little bit of a lobber right there. Eventually, we do see that clear across the middle of the pitch. Vassal forced to fall back, but bumps into Zesty. A chance perhaps for Griffith Black as they look to push forward, but no one's there just yet. A minute remaining. Kremberg has to watch that ball sail into the opponent's possession. Light touch. Saved by Sleepy. Follow through. Going to be saved again as well. Just for Life couldn't quite get it. Ball in the box, but Shiro will bang it down across the middle of the pitch, and that's an open net. Shiro had the chance for the dunk. Just unable to find it, as Sleepy will again sort of get it over to that opposing corner. 35 seconds left to play. Vassal, the one with possession of the ball, gets it off that backboard from underneath. Zesty is challenged and loses out. Shiro will be the one who plays through that corner. Swing and a miss by the defense. 25 seconds to go, and it looks like Griffith Black could be running out of time. Sleepy desperate to keep that attack moving forward. Kremberg as well needs to find a way to get that ball to Shiro. Instead, it's a pass across the middle. Good read quickly by Sleepy, but it's not going to be enough. Zessie actually gets the demo on Sleepy. The shot comes through. Nice save by Kremberg, but is that save going to be enough? 3 seconds left. UON Mosquitoes just needs to down this ball to end the game. It's going back, though, towards actually their side of the field. Chiro gets underneath, but it's an awkward touch, and the series is won. The UON Mosquitoes win this one in 5. They stop the reverse sweep in the very, very last game. Very, very close matchup for sure, but UON Mosquitoes, they get that one. There we go. Can make that one 3-2 in their favor. Well played for them. Just going to go ahead, though, and that's when we start to look ahead because we got another game up very, very shortly. We'll just go back and throw back to myself. I don't have that up next down below quite set up, but I will have it soon. I will be throwing it to a break to get everything organized, set up, and good to go. But it's going to be UniSA taking on UniSA. So two SA schools going at it. It's going to be a fun one for sure. 2 DNC versus Beating Lethal, if you want to get specific with the titles. That's going to be a lot of fun. So going to be a quick break, probably 5 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and set up Snaz. I think you guys want to see. You guys want to see how long it will take. It's a nice thing to see. And all right, well, it's not letting me change that. All right, that will have to do. All right, we'll be right back. Toko Too Far, series number 2, when I quickly return. welcome back, everybody. Formal here, formal casting here, or Max von Neumann, as it says below me. As we get ready for our next game, it's going to be the University of Melbourne. I believe that's what the UME, I believe it's Melbourne. I don't know. The logo said Melbourne. The school kind of seems logo, but it's UMESA taking on UMESA 2DNC. They're going to be taking on UniSA, beating Lethal. So these two teams down at the bottom right here, this was their matches last week. I don't really want to talk too much about their matches this week because, well, they're about to play it. Well, but they've already played it, but I don't want to go and show that little spoiler. We gotta keep things honest here. Gotta keep things moving forward, but this is going to be a very interesting game for sure. 3-0 team versus an 0-3 team, and guess what? I've seen this UniSA lineup. They're strong. They're really strong, and I think the best way to kind of show how strong they can potentially be is to take us to this game. So we're just going to jump right on over and into the action. No more build-up than that. That's what we're getting. So on the blue side, we'll just quickly hit tab right here. You can see it is 2DNC with, of course, 4, 3, 2, 1, Lewis, Captain Sam's, and Cowdoy. But on the beating Lethal side, Black Track, Jack, Morse, and Rizzard. Now, let's start from the bottom on this beating Lethal team. Wizard, player I don't really know. So I will admit Wizard is going to be a player I'm going to be looking to learn about in that Octane right there. Black Track Jack is a high-level Rocket League player who you will see pretty much in every single Oceanic Rocket League stream. He will be around. He'll be in the comments section. Very avid, very attached to the game, but also very, very strong. However, the player you want to be watching out for on this orange side of beating Lethal, it is Morse, the Season 1 Supersonic Legend. And so we're going to figure out what car is Morse in right now. He is in that Dominus right now. So that black and teal Dominus. Morse is currently a player for the team Mako as well. Mako, a consistent top 12 team in RLCS and in OCE. Arguably, sometimes they do make some pretty big runs. And just a couple days ago, actually pulled off a reverse sweep against the Renegades, with Morse being the standout player on the team. So, yeah, this beating Lethal team is strong. And for those of you who kind of might be wondering what that beating Lethal name is actually all about, it is a reference to Lethal for Life. Again, Lethal, a coach and player. We've seen him actually do quite well on Swinburne in the AEL event in the past. He's also the head coach and sub for the team Mindfreak. They were the fall regional champions, like the fall major champions, I should say, in OCE. He finished third place, I believe, in the last season of 2020. This is Lethal for Life, by the way. Not the player who's playing. Hold his thoughts, shots on target, but Black Track isn't going to be able to pull it in. There's a friendly rivalry, I believe, between Morse and Black Track Jack and Lethal for Life. And it's a little bit of a statement, I feel, for this UniSA team. Like, you know what? They want to be the ones to take down RMIT. Was it RMIT or Swinburne? Actually, I think it was Swinburne. It was not RMIT. I believe it was Swinburne. Either way, you get the gist. This is a team with high aspirations, high goals, and unfortunately for 2DNC, after coming off with that week 1 loss, they could be in a bit of trouble here. They thought they had the goal, though, and that could have been pretty big for them. Let's see if they're going to be able, though, and how they're going to compete against what I'm picking to be almost a favorite of this group right now with this lineup. Morse, in particular, a player to watch and might be showing us why nearly gets that tight double. Isn't able to get it in. Also, thank you, Mark Howden, for the like. I do see you. I do see the Facebook comments, by the way, so if you are watching live and want to say, hey, how you going? You know, feel free to, as that's going to be the first goal going through. It looks to be that was actually Wizard who got credit for that first goal. We're just going to quickly double check and see, but yeah, that was Wizard putting it in. So a nice opening goal for UniSA, beating Lethal. Not today, but perhaps in the future. As we see another shot from them, going to be saved by Cowdoy. All up through by Wizard. Keeps that ball off that backboard. A chance for it to waterfall down and in. A chance. Not going to be scored. A nice play off that backboard coming from 2DNC. But they're not able to get it past that middle of the field just yet. Wizard continuing to lock it down. Tries to find Morse, and that's a good goal in the upper right-hand corner of the net. A 2-0 lead right now for the UniSA side, and they're going to be pretty happy with how they're starting this one off. 2 quick goals, and let's see how they will follow it up. It's a kickoff goal, apparently. 3 goals now, and that's going to be one for Black Track Jack. BTJ is going to be the one to get that there off the kickoff. Nice and early. 3-0 the scoreline for our orange team, and that should be, one would think, enough for them to possibly hold on and maybe get that win. Play across the middle of the field, going to be slowed down by Morse underneath. Follow through, up along that wall, slowly lobbed towards the net, but Morse will be there to shut it down a fair bit. 4-3-2-1 Lewis puts one on target, won't be able to find that goal. Pass back across the other way, Captain Sam's actually going to be the one to try and chase this ball up onto that side wall. Going to be caught by Black Track Jack as he tries to throw it down. No one there to receive just yet. Morse, though, expecting the defender to touch it, actually thrown off balance, and that works in favor of 2 DMC, but they don't go too far with it. Cowboy really needs to play this one across the middle, but is immediately shut down by Morse. As we go corner to corner, Black Track Jack puts one on the backboard. 4-3-2-1 Lewis, able to clear it through. Morse waiting patiently to see what Wizard and his teammate will do, but BTJ can't throw it back towards the middle. Again, a defensive clear attempt is going to be stopped in the middle of the pitch by Morse, who will push it forward once again. And this has got to be so frustrating right now for the UniSA side, because they just can't get anything going as Black Track Jack gets his second goal of the game. That's going to be a 4-0 lead and a most likely Game 1 victory going to the UniSA side. Looking to be pretty happy with this one at the end of it all. 25 seconds still on the clock. 4-3-2-1 Lewis will keep that ball lobbed in the air, tries to follow it through from underneath. Black Track Jack, though, keeps the ball held down low. Touch from the Fennec. Another play towards the net. Morse will have that read ball across the middle of the pitch, and no one able to do too much with it just yet. Morse off that side wall. We'll turn to a lob back towards the middle. Ball off the backboard. Morse keeps it held up in the air. As the ball continues to bounce and play, middle field, Wizard looking to chase it down. Ball off that backboard, tried to be spiked in, but it hits the ground. Either way, that's going to be Game 1 going in favor of our orange side. That is UniSA beat Lethal up 1-0. Add their little tick right there, but before we go too far, we're just going to come back over to yours truly as we set up our next game. Hopefully they're not changing sides again. I don't believe they are, but, you know. Oh, my gosh, they didn't change sides. They were actual nice and friendly people. Look at that. All right, game number 2. Straight into it. Let's go. 1-0 lead right now for UniSA, beating Lethal. Let's see how they'll look in game number 2. A little bit of a car change, actually, as Morse is bursting out the Merc right now, feeling pretty confident. Find it a little interesting, actually. Last game I cast with Morse, he had a fun car game for one, but then he got super serious later in the series. I believe it was against Class on the Grass or Los. Oh my gosh, I should know the name. I should know the name of the team that Morse lost against. It was Deos Enferros. Deos Enferros was the team that actually beat them before. And, well, that's not looking to be the case again. Wizards going to get that one in that upper right-hand corner, so a 1-0 lead in favor of UniSA in our first 20 or 33 seconds. Quick start for the Uni side, looking to add to it. Pressure being put on that backboard. No one able to make it through just yet. That's Captain Sam's. We'll clear it across the middle of the pitch. Actually, Wizard will be the one to disrupt it. Morse attempts to follow through, but already attackers are there. That's going to force Black Track Jack to try and corner set up himself. Does beat the first attacker, but midfield Captain Sam's will slow it down. Not enough, though, to warrant a counterattack straight away. Cowboy goes for the lob, but Morse should be able to bang this one straight down the middle and does so. Actually follows it up as well. Defense forced to fall back. That's Captain... No, sorry, that was Lewis. 4-3-2-1 with the desperate touch. Captain Sam's now will look to play through that corner. From underneath, has a bit of boost. Only Morse to beat on defense. Does he have the read? Not quite. Morse able to push it all the way to that side wall. Now we'll follow it through off of the ceiling, looking to pass it down to someone. Anyone touch, shot, strike, save by Cowboy. As Captain will take it back that other way. 4-3-2-1 Lewis plays it towards the backboard. Morse follows it through. Ball held up in the air. Captain off that backboard as well, but no one able to find that goal just yet. And now Wizard actually swings and misses. Keeps the ball held in sort of an awkward position. Ball, backflip, not what you want to see. Black Track Jack forces against Cowboy, but doesn't really win out, and that's a big swing and a miss from Morse, but no attacker there to punish. No one even around, and you can see Black Track tries to get a little too tricky with it, winds up giving up the goal, so there you go. Lewis 4-3-2-1, able to strike and get the first goal over to 2 DNC, and we got a tie game. Perhaps overconfidence coming from UniSA, and this is something we've seen in the AEL League in the past, where a side gets too overconfident. 2-1 lead, though, off the kickoff. Morse retakes that lead. So The overconfidence perhaps was short-lived. Either way, UniSA back out and top by 1. And off this kickoff, looks to add another. 4-3-2-1 Lewis throws it to the corner, but Morse is already there. As we see Morse now trying to drive this one forward. Caught by 4-3-2-1. Follow shot by Wizard. Saved by Captain Sams. Next touch off the backboard, but not quite in. As we play through that backboard again, finally we see a clear across the middle. Wizard forced to play his own back corner, so too is Black Track Jack. Eventually they do get that lob in the air before the ball falls down. Swing and one by Cowdoy. As he looks to knock this one through, Wizard will maintain possession. Playing through the wall off that backboard. Here comes the captain, but he's unable to find the goal. Ball back across the middle of the pitch. Morse will catch. Throw it over to Captain Sams. 4-3-2-1 Lewis lobs it, middle of the pitch. Wizard will try to follow it through. Defense can't afford to let this one in. As Morse, though, might not give him the choice. Cowdoy waiting in the box, can't make the save. A little bit of an awkward goal right there, but it's one that UniSA is going to be happy to take. 3-1 lead right now in favor of this orange side, and they are looking good. University of Melbourne Esports Association. That is what, thank you, I have been told what it all actually stands for. As we are continuing along in our match for the moment. It's a 3-1 lead. Balls across the middle of the field. No one able to make solid contact. More swings, more misses. A big demo. Eventually the ball does get lobbed up off that backboard. Wizard and Captain underneath. Neither able to get to that ball straight away. Eventually, Wizard will find that pinch. Black Track Jack throwing it back to Morse. The shot's on target, and it will go through. 4-1 advantage now in favor of UniSA beating Lethal. Starting to run away with this game a little bit. They're going to be very happy with that lead. Played off that backboard. 4-3-2-1 Lewis tries to throw it down to Cowdoy, but Black Track Jack still isn't going to make that read. Corner will set up Captain, who throws it off the roof. Touch from Morse across the middle of the pitch. Wizard and Lewis each falling back for the play. Wizard swings and misses, an opening perhaps for the defense to clear as Cowdoy actually gets it forward. Black Track, though, immediately puts it back towards that University of Melbourne side. And the University of Melbourne Esports Association, they're struggling in this match. And that's kind of crazy to think because thinking back last year, UOM, technically they housed the winning team. This was not the winning team. Captain Sins, Cowdoy, 4-3-2-1 Lewis, they weren't the winning side, but they come from that winning school. However, this is a very strong UniSA team, but they can't find the goal as the defense holding on. 4-3-2-1 Lewis somehow staying behind that. As we do see Captain Sam's trying to play middle of the pitch. Ball bounces straight towards Cowdoy, who puts it over to our Merc in the middle of the field. Black Track Jack follows it up. Ball bounces off the ceiling, gets that second touch to Wizard. Over the top of Cowdoy, looking for the goal. Will find it. 5-1 lead in favor of our orange team. And that's definitely going to put this one away. It is going to be a UniSA victory, but with 14 seconds left to play, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold on for too long. As Black Track tries to follow up the play. It's a slow bouncer, and here comes Morse to make it 6-1 perhaps. Defense actually will clear it out of the box. Clock hits 0, and with that touch, the ball should be able to get to the ground. It's actually being kept alive for a good little while right now. Pass back across the middle of the pitch. Cowdoy keeps it up, but is taking it towards his own goal. Black Track keeping it alive as well. No way, we've gone up and down the pitch already in this 0-second play. Morse and Wizard each go up for it, but Morse maybe used too much boost, and the ball does touch the ground. That's going to be the victory going to UniSA as they move 2-0 in this series. Going to be feeling pretty solid after that. We quickly cut back over to yours truly as I set up our next game. It could be our third and final, or we could see the makings of another reverse sweep. Who really knows where this one will go? I mean, so far it's been a pretty dominant performance coming from that UniSA side. But I have to iterate, this is a Melbourne team. You know, they could turn it on, I feel like, at any given moment. So let's see if it happens now in game number 3. A real quick sip of water before we get going. Hydration is important, all right? Important to drink. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Third time's the charm. All right. Once again, UniSA in orange. UMESA. That's the University of Melbourne Esports Association. They are in blue. They are also down 2-0 in this series. Must-win game for them. As we kick this bad boy off, what can this blue side bring? Wizard He's going to find Blacktrack Jack down underneath. Gets behind 4-3-2-1 Lewis. The follow-up touch is there. It's all to set up Morse, who looks to be in a Batmobile now. So 3 games, 3 different cars out of Morse. Now something to consider, something to think about. Not sure if it's the biggest brain play, but it's definitely a brain play as Morse will get that ball off to that side wall. We'll keep that ball also held up high as well as Morse tries to follow through. Touch going off that backward, but not quite in the net as Cowdoy will clear it through that backfield and follow it up themselves. Over the middle of the pitch we go. Blacktrack Jack does find Cowdoy and finds a second touch as well, as we do see a back and forth affair right now. Interesting. Morse actually doesn't have the read on Captain Sims. A little bit surprising. Wizard tries to throw it back towards the middle, but it's only a defender at 4-3-2-1 Lewis who gets her first deep clear down to the opposite side of the pitch, where Morse, with possession of the ball, going to try to dish it down to someone. Winds up having to actually fight not 1 but 2 defenders and makes the play all the way to the opposing corner on 0 boost, collecting that boost as well. Backward setup. Blacktrack doesn't want to take the shot, and Wizard may have pushed too far forward. An opening, perhaps, for the University of Melbourne. They do get that ball to the orange side of the pitch. Cowdoy, it's a light touch, all to set up Lewis, but Lewis won't be able to beat Morse to the play. Minute and a half, still no goal scored between UniSA and the University of Melbourne. Both these teams would like this win. Maybe Melbourne a little bit more as it keeps them in the series, but UniSA finds the infield pass. Nicely dropped from Morse right on down to Blacktrack Jack, and that's going to be the 1-0 lead in favor of beating Lethal. As Blacktrack's going to lob one up, follow it through themselves, tries to make a play off that backward underneath. Morse is there, shot, strike, off the defender, and in. 2-0 lead. Beating Lethal, pulling further and further away right now. They've got 2 quick goals, and they're going to feel good about both of those. See that kickoff? Blacktrack, a chance to make this one 3-0, but good defense by, I believe that was Captain Lewis. No, sorry, that was Captain. Yeah, that was Captain, able to wrap his way around. As we wait to see a read, Morse just bumping Cowdoy. Not sure what's going on there, as a nice bump from behind does stop Lewis before he goes too far with it. Captain, nice first touch. He actually turns into a shot, and a good play right there out of Captain Sams. Just able to flick that one in, and we are back into a 1-goal game. Melbourne not giving up that easily. Good to see, good to see. Let's see if they can add to it. Captain Sams from that corner will actually be immediately stopped by Morse. Cowdoy has been playing sort of third man all series long, actually, Cowdoy. Very rarely are we seeing that neon green Octane out of the box, and typically I'm not a fan of that style of play. And now he's actually starting to press forward and has a chance to set something up right here. Ball does get to that corner. Follow through from up above, though, comes through in the form of Morse. And now with the demo on the opposite end of the pitch, we could see a chance to score a goal. Wizard was the intended recipient of that pass, but Cowdoy intercepted it. But then Lewis and Cowdoy bump into each other. Defense in shambles. Wizard in position, but cannot find the shot. As we hit our final essential 2 minutes of play in game number 3, it's still a 1-goal lead in favor of UniSA. Will they be able to hold on to this goal lead? Do we see a game 4 at the start of a potential reverse sweep from the University of Melbourne? These are the questions that should be on everyone's mind as we have 43 seconds and a minute to go, as Blacktrack Jack might have that read, but the patient defense coming out of Lewis 4-3-2-1 keeps this alive. Cowdoy in reverse is not able to beat Wizard to the play, out of the corner, and Morse is there. Not even needed, actually. It was Wizard's touch that gets accredited for the goal, and that's going to be a 3-1 lead right now. University of South Australia 2 points ahead. Make that 1 point as the kickoff doesn't go their way. That's a little awkward. All right, so back to a 1-goal game. That was really awkward and kind of a little bit surprising. As we see Morse look to play off that wall. Lewis from underneath taps that ball up over to Cowdoy, who will lose actually that challenge to Blacktrack Jack. Now over the middle of the pitch. Wizards already there trying to pass it forward to Blacktrack, who's going to try to make a read off the backward. Actually can't find a way to get it. Morse stealing that boost away, lobs another one in front of that box. Cowdoy goes up high, but someone's got to play from down low. It looked to be Captain Sams, but Morse is still the one with possession of it. 57 seconds remaining. Cowdoy clears it off of that corner. Shot. That net looks open, but no! Cowdoy unable to recover it and turn it into a goal. Missed opportunity perhaps for the University of Melbourne, and they're going to be only so many of those left. I wonder if that could be that final attempt. 40 seconds still to go. Cowdoy will play forward. Actually waterfalls that ball in a dangerous spot. Morse with nerves of steel relies on Lewis missing the play and gets away with one right there. But the shot from Captain Sam's is the equalizer. And at 3-all, under 30 seconds to go, University of Melbourne, they have come alive in this third and potential final game. With 23 seconds left, they need one more goal, be it regulation or overtime. Next goal probably wins this one, and Blackjack Jack may have just found it. It's off the backboard, man. I believe that was actually the Captain Sams who maybe made the save right there. Or no, it was Lewis who made that save. Either way, 7 seconds to go. We might have ourselves in overtime as Blackjack Jack gets it forward across that middle of the field. Caladoy and Captain Sams are there. The follow through from Wizard, though, lobs it up in the skies. And the ball hits the ground. And overtime, game number 3, must win, might I add, for our team in, well, blue. But Blackjack Jack's going to try to end it right now. Ball off that backboard. Doesn't quite pinch its way into the net. Play does continue along. Blackjack not able to find the touch that they were looking for immediately. Instead, it goes back over to the Batmobile of Morse. Double commit by the defense. Blackjack will put it in. And that's going to do it for this one. UniSA wins game number 3, 4-3. And they advance to 2-0 in the season. 0-2 for the University of Melbourne. A little bit unfortunate right there as we're going to fade back. Hello. How you all doing? So, yeah. The 3-0 game, a 3-0 victory has got to feel good right now for UniSA. They are on a bit of a tear. 6 games, 6 wins, 2-0 on their matches, and still undefeated in that Group D, which is looking like the group of death, to be quite honest. Now, we are going to be going, once again, to a quick little break, but fret not. It's going to be a quick one. And when we come back, it's going to be our third and final series of the afternoon, evening now, I suppose. It's nearly even night, dare I say. Either way, it's going to be RMIT Purple taking on UTS Esports, so don't go too far. More of that sweet, sweet Rocket League when we come back. Hello, hello, everybody. How are we doing? All right, good. You can hear me. Excellent. So, apologize for that little longer of a wait. Again, just had to make sure everything was all set up nice and hunky-dory as we get ready for our next match. RMIT Purple taking on UTS Esports. Now, a rare bit of warning for you all who are more accustomed to traditional Rocket League of blue versus orange. This is going to be a little different. This is going to be orange versus blue. We'll explain a little bit more when we get to it, but more importantly, it's actually purple versus UTS. Now, looking at the standings into where these two teams are, purple actually had a bit of a bye week number 1, so they didn't get to play. Meanwhile, their opponents in UTS Esports, the University of Technology Sydney, they should be in this group right here, but they do not appear to be. I believe they actually might be a late entry. So this is sort of like that makeup match almost. A little bit of a surprising one. Either way, it's good. Oh, no, there they are. I'm just blind. Yeah, they beat Swinburne Red 3-2, which is actually a pretty crazy matchup if I think about it, because I'm pretty sure Swinburne Red, not really a slouch of a team. Yeah, they're all right. So, but more importantly, UTS, we can take a look at that. Flicky, Sorexel, these are good players. Mr. Massey as well. Knight is that sub. I don't believe Flicky is actually playing in this game. I believe this one is just Mr. Massey, Sorexel, and Knight, so perhaps not full strength for that UTS team. But if you take a look at their opponents in RMIT Purple, you can see right here, Scuttled, Daxter, and Brisky are going to be their opponents. As a result, based on the rosters, I would be leaning more towards UTS Esports to win this one. But hey, you got to play the game, right? You got to see how it goes out on the pitch. And remember I was talking about how this one's actually orange versus purple. Well, this is kind of what I mean. Orange is on the left side. Blue is on the right side. Typically, it's the other way around. I don't know how this happened, but it is what it is. So we're going to be going into this matchup. In orange is RMIT Purple. In blue, it's UTS Esports. Kick off. Where are the game sounds? I do not hear game sounds, but it sounds like game sounds are coming through for you guys, so I'm just going to assume you guys can hear them. I don't know why I can't. Oh, I do know why I can't. Never mind. Either way, 15 seconds off that clock. Knight with the chance. Will play off the backboard, looking to throw it back to someone, to anyone on that UTS side. You see that early shot, but Daxter's back for the save. Massey tries to follow it through. Double commit by the defenders, and eventually it will be Brisky who actually gets that bit of a clear. Daxter now throws that ball in the air, but will only go so far with it. As we do continue. Brisky holds it in place. We can actually do a little bit of self-cam right now. Ball still being held. Knight with the chance, dribbles it up, Scuttled. Still will clear that across the middle of the field. That said, Sorexel is going to be the one who finds that strike. Brisky with that save, tries to follow through the corner as well. Winds up throwing it across over to Knight, who tries to get a nice touch, but it leads into an awkward play down the middle of the pitch, and that's going to be goal number 1, actually going to RMIT. Not sure we were expecting to see that. So we get to go for our next play. Knight and Scuttled. Beat middle of the pitch. Daxter will be the one who follows it through. Actually gets that next touch. Sorexel, though, will be there for the save. Ball held up in the air. Knight with that light touch tries to find Sorexel on that follow through. Winds up going over to Daxter. Is there a way to get like 8? Oops, that's pausing it. My bad. I wonder if Massey plays through that corner. Brisky's going to be able to follow it through right there. Caught by Sorexel momentarily, but Scuttled will play middle of the pitch. Massey now has some space to work with. Lobs one up. Dexter will actually leave it for Brisky to try and bang it back. Will actually make some good distance with it. Massey from underneath can't make the read on Brisky. Scuttled with the chance, unable to wrap himself around that ball, and now Daxter will actually play from the corner. I'm actually really curious what people think of this view, because I kind of love it. This is like more traditional TV cam, and I think it's kind of great. Lob shot down, and Scuttled will bang it in, and that's going to be the 2-0 lead in favor. All right, we'll actually go to a more traditional camera, I guess, but I really like this. Like, I really like this. Oh, well. Yeah, we take it. There we go. To what we typically see. Here we go. This should be more of our typical cam right now. Sorexel with that shot goes across the middle. Brisky will be able to follow through. Knight is there, but Daxter will be the one who takes it away. And it looks like we're kind of just stuck on player cam, so that's not what we want as well. Here we go. I guess we'll rely on this one right now. Brisky, challenge, loses out. Knight from behind actually doesn't want to make that read. Instead, we see it go that other way. Knight again from the box. Will push it forward, back towards the middle of the pitch right now. Scuttled bangs it off the wall. Sorexel will challenge, tries to find Knight underneath, throwing it back towards the middle of the pitch, but no one's there to fall through that shot. Massey now will have their own chance to play off the wall. Something of note, pay attention to, the team I predicted to win, UTS, they're actually down right now 2-0 in the first half of game number 1. RMIT actually playing very, very well. able to find some gaps in the defense for those first 2 goals. They were very aggressive positioning coming from UTS to start this one out. I think they wanted to establish a really aggressive tempo and look to punish in that regard against this RMIT team. And at this stage of the game right now, if you're UTS, you should be starting to respect your opponents a little bit more. Shot really went in right there, but you should be aware that this team can counterattack on you. However, that's what the aggression can bring. A nice waterfall setup, ball put in that top right-hand corner of the goal. And we got ourselves a 2-1 game. RMIT still out in front, but it does look like UTS is going to try to come back a little bit more. Dylan Woodbridge, yep, thanks for the question right there. The answer down below. This is a university league. It was a open university league, so there are several teams competing. I believe around 28 to 32 teams are competing in this event. It is over multiple weeks. As we see a shot off that backboard, bump from behind, goal's not going to be able to go through. But yeah, it's pretty much a chance for, you know, skill expression, university esports, everything that comes with it right now. A chance to see some really strong players actually compete. There are some pros sprinkled in throughout this. Flicky is a strong player. I wouldn't say Flicky is a pro, but he's also not playing in this match. He is currently on the UTS side. The other big name, of course, though, is Sorexel. He is a 100% a professional player, so keep your eyes on good old Sorexel right now. You know they're good when they got that RLCSX Major Elite tag. That means they have found themselves, you know, in that main event. Massey trying to find a backboard pass. Actually, looks like it could be going a bit Sorexel's way, if I'm not mistaken. Massey tries to force it through the goal, but won't be able to get it. As we play through that corner, Massey again will go up. Sorexel has to make a read middle of the pitch, but doesn't like that first touch. Follow through, though. One out by the defense. Ball across the middle of the field now. It is going to be held in place. Only 37 seconds remaining. It's looking like RMIT is going to open up this series with a bit of an upset win. Scuttled, looking to throw it down over to Brisky, who sticks with it. Massey, though, does get underneath. The last attempt is actually going to be challenged by Daxter, who we haven't seen too much of this game. Nice initial play. Back over that middle of the pitch. Knight touch towards the goal. It's open and it's in, and we got ourselves a tie ball game at 2 apiece. UTS, they were down 2-0 early, but they're able to fight back and tie us up. Looking like we could be seeing an overtime now. Moving forward. Only a couple more chances. Watch this next play kind of come through. Ball being challenged in front of that net. Sorexel puts up a little bit of a lobber. Tries to touch, but doesn't get too far with it. Brisky now will clear it back that other direction. Daxter looks to play off that backward. Swing and a miss from the first attack. Follow-up shots off the post. It doesn't go in. Oh, we could have seen this one end in regulation on the 0-seconder. Instead, we get ourselves a Game 1 overtime. UTS in blue, in orange is RMIT purple. So we see the shot coming through from the UTS side, but no contact is made. They're still going to keep the pressure through that corner. UTS with that chance. Daxter has to hold it in place. So he gets a bit of space with it. Scuttled has the boost on the opposite end. This could turn into a shot. They get past the defense. Follow up from Brisky, not there in time, and a missed opportunity. Coming from this orange team, using a blue car, of course, because you just want to confuse me as much as possible. I get it. Either way, Shaw bouncing towards the net. Sorexel will clear it through. High ball game shot, goal scored, and that's going to be a 3-2 win. UTS find the opening on the counterattack, and they're going to go ahead and take game number 1. Good little game for UTS right there. They're going to be happy with that one as we update our scoreboard. Before coming back over to yours truly, as we set up our second replay, just kind of want to go straight into it once more. No time to dilly-dally. Hopefully the teams stay on the same side and things don't get all weird and janky again. I'd appreciate that. It looks like they have. Excellent. So we go back to our game, and we hit play. So there we go. Look at that. All right. It's only the first game where people wanted to be silly buggers, I suppose. Scuttled off the kickoff with a chance. Bumps Knight out of the play. Won't be able to find that goal. Brisky tries to fall through that corner. Won't be able to get there. Back towards the middle. Brisky bouncing it off that side wall. There's a lot of points of contentions along that side wall. Eventually, Mr. Massey will clear some space. Ball off that backward. Not quite in. Brisky with the fall through. Won't be able to get there in time. Sorexel underneath, watching, waiting. Doesn't find that goal. Instead, Brisky's going to clear it across the middle of the field. Swing and a miss. Coming from the side of RMIT, or is it a miss? That's actually a goal. Brisky gets credit for the first point in this game. And RMIT may have lost game number 1, but they strike first in game number 2. Looking for that comeback. Also, just to answer that mystery question I was talking about before, like how come I can't hear the sound? Look, I may or may not have forgotten to actually put my earphones in. Tie ball game, though, as the Vitality car for UTS actually gets one right back in off that kickoff. We got ourselves a tie game once more. I have now, once again, put in the headset so I can hear the cars once more. And believe it or not, it makes a difference. As we watch through this corner, looking for a pass down over to Knight. Awkward touch underneath. Massey with the shot. Massey with the goal. 2-1 lead, UTS. Starting to pull away in our second game right now. They're looking pretty good. We'll be pretty happy with the start of this one. 2-1 in the blue side's favor. You can perhaps push further away with it. Play will continue for the time being. Ball held in the corner. Shot off that backboard down the middle. The strike is saved. Very fortunate break. They're going to be looking to fight back perhaps. Ball again bouncing across the middle of the pitch. Looking for someone to get possession of it before we get to the corner. Not quite going to be the case this time around. Daxter will keep it held in the corner as we see that challenge. Just before midfield, a nice little double demo actually. Might set up Scuttled, who's going to play it along that side corridor, throwing it back towards the middle of the pitch. Racing for that ball is that blue car of RMIT purple, just to throw you off. That's what they like to do. Daxter doesn't beat Surexel to the play. He'll keep it held up high, follow-up touch. They needed more power behind that out of Mr. Messi. And as a result, Scuttled actually might be able to find the counterattack. A very, very aggressive play. I believe that's Surexel, no, that's Knight in the Vitality, just trying to muscle them off of it. And it does a good job in saving the goal, at least for now. Still 3:05 on the clock. Ball bouncing in front of the box. Double commit on defense. Doesn't really create a lot of space. As we see that fall through pass over to Scuttled. Will be played through the corner. Brisky with a chance. Shot held up high. Sorry, not. No, I've been getting Brisky confused with Daxter, I believe. Or with Scuttled. Yeah, with Daxter. Either way, Daxter shot, goal. And that's going to be Daxter equalizing it straight down the middle. And RMIT Purple back in this series. Tie ball game, 2 apiece, 2:44 still on the clock. As we watch Daxter look to set something up off the kickoff. Knight able to get underneath. Unable to find the goal just yet. Scuttled another shot straight in the middle of the net. And just like that, it's a 3-2 lead for RMIT Purple, as they are looking to equalize this series up at 1-1. Ball will bounce off that wall. Brisky will get there first. The shot's on target, and it is in. 4-2 lead as RMIT Purple is starting to pull away in game number 2. Back-to-back quick goals, and this is exactly what this RMIT team needed. They are now going to be a lot more competitive, I feel like, in this series. They just got to hold on to this 2-point lead, and they will be tying us up at 1 apiece. Knight shot in the box. It's tight, but it's not tight enough. No goal to be had just yet. Messi perhaps with a chance. Not going to find it. As we see the fall through in that corner, it's a pass back over to Knight. Daxter swings. Daxter misses. Ball held in place from underneath. It's Scuttled, who tries to find something but won't be able to get too far. Shot. And that goes in, crossing up the defense. What a play. That one was Surexel. He gets that through. And the positioning of that shot was just too good. So that's going to be a 4-3 game, back within 1, just when he thought perhaps RMIT Purple could have been finding a way to equalize this series. Well, they'll get another kickoff play goal just to reaffirm those beliefs that, yes, they are trying to equalize us up at 1-1. 5-3 lead for RMIT Purple, just under 2 minutes left of game. Off of this kickoff. Ball going to be thrown back over to Mr. Massey, who actually lets it behind him. Awkward back touch right there. Minute 42 still to go, as Massey tries to chase it up, but the ball winds its way into the corner. A nice read from this glowing Octane, as we'll be going side to side. Bumps him off the play. Shot from Scuttles. A little bit too high. Brisky now with the chance, but Massey is there once more for that save. Surexel underneath. Dribbles once, dribbles twice, tries to follow it up. Attempting to play through that corner, but won't be able to get there quite in time. Massey as well, keeping pressure moving forward. Here comes Surexel. Oh, it's a tighter touchdown. Knight with the chance, but the defense will come through with the save. And now we head that other direction. Playing through the corner. No one there to find the strike. A minute on the play. Knight almost able to squeeze that one inside. Instead, we might be going back. Looking good right now for UTS Esports. Daxter doesn't have the strong initial touch. It will be Brisky who follows it through from up above. Staying with it, going for the reset. Actually finds him. Won't be able to find the goal, but it was a nice little setup. Now Knight with possession of the ball, looking to throw it over to Surexel. Do we see the reset? We see one, but we don't see the second. Instead, we see Daxter clear it all the way down towards an open net. Good defensive save right there from the blue side. That was Mr. Massey able to get behind it at that last possible moment. 24 seconds to go, though. It doesn't look like UTS is going to find their way back into this one. The RMIT purple, 5-3 lead. Just need to watch that clock whittle away. They will be possibly taking us to a game 4 now. I mean, at least we could be seeing that game 5, but we will be seeing as a 1-1 game. Game 3 is going to be up next either way. 3, 2, 1, and Sorexo with the dribble. We are done with this game. It is RMIT getting the win, but we just got to wait for that ball to hit the ground. Massey's just going to put one in his own net to end this one, because why not? I mean, why not? Either way, RMIT purple, they tied the series back up, and that is great to see for the RMIT side. We got ourselves a proper series on our hand, in fact, as I'm just going to cut it back over to myself right now as we get ready to set up our next match. It's been an interesting series thus far, you know, real honest to goodness back and forth as we get ready for game number 3. Hopefully these guys stay on the right sides for this one. Should be able to They did. All right. Cool. All right, kick off game number 3. Straight into it. Let's go. Wait, why didn't that? Let's go. There we go. All right, second time's the charm. You always got to try it twice. I don't know what it is. It's the second time. I always get through. Either way, in orange, RMIT. In blue, UTS Esports. UTS Esports, of course, trying to force their way into a 2-1 advantage. I'm really impressed with RMIT, though. Like, this is a team that's been playing so aggressive. They've actually been taking it to UTS. They've been finding their openings. They've been the faster team at time. Mechanically, haven't seen them really out-mechanic UTS, and I still think there are moments where UTS definitely looks like the more favored team, but RMIT, just with the opportunities that they get given, have been finding ways to capitalize on them and score. And I think even winning that one game 2 is pretty massive for this side. Let's see, though, if they're going to be able to take game number 3. Like, it's one thing to take one game. It'd be another thing to take a series, and that's going to be their next goal. If they win this game, that would be a massive step towards that, as time ticking on our first minute. No quick goals in game number 3. Looking to be a pretty stock standard back-and-forth game of Rocket League thus far. So we do see some pressure coming from the RMIT side through that corner, off that roof, looking for the pass back, but no one's going to be there to collect. In fact, it's going to go straight down the middle the other way. And very fortunate that the defender does get behind it. Daxter, though, off that wall, doesn't find Brisky on the pass, and that leaves an open net for Massey to knock it through. Double committing on the backboard is always going to be a dangerous play, and it's one that will get punished. UTS out in front, 1-0. They find the first goal in our third game. Still a lot of time on this clock, though. A lot of time for action to happen. Ball cleared all the way back down across the field. Will eventually be read by this defense. Just trying to find a way to get to that play, as Scuttled actually gets dunked on by one Sorexo. Risky will be the one with possession of the ball. Gets that next touch over the top of Massey, but Knight will zoom his way there and force Daxter to backboard it really to no one. So typically that would benefit, and that bump coming from the orange octane right there, Daxter just saved a goal. Because if you looked ahead, the setup was in place for Sorexo to bang it through. There was a nice offensive bump that opened up a doorway. Very, very fortunate defensive play, and now it actually might turn into some attacking pressure for RMIT themselves. Scuttled will throw that one up in the corner. We'll look to chase it down as well. Massey, though, was underneath, and now is actually able to clear it across the middle of the pitch. Knight will be there to chase. Let's see what Knight can do off of the roof, trying to connect with Sorexo underneath. Not even required. That angle was just a bit too vicious. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead. Well played for the UTS side. That's Scuttled with that touch into Knight. Now Sorexo will attempt to follow it through. Doesn't get too far with it. And now Daxter actually puts on a shot. It's off the 1-2 post. The double doink back to Daxter and in. And that's going to be a 1-goal game. Back and forth all of a sudden. RMIT showing those little signs of life. Showing that they are going to be a bit more competitive in this one. Still 2:30 on the clock. Game number 3. Always an important game. You win this one, you go up in that series to match point where you want to be. Sorexo goes for the double and misses the open net. Oh, heartbreaking for Sorexo. That's going to be very disappointing, one would have to think. 2 minutes 10 still to play as Sorexo's looking to throw it down to Knight, who collects that pass, tries to dish it forward, but Only gets a face full of Dominus as Knight tries to back up into the play into Daxter. Says Scuttle will be the one who pushes it forward. Ball off that backward. Do we see the shot swing and a miss from one attacker, but from no one else as Daxter will race back. Light touch. Challenge. The ball goes across the pitch right now. Daxter underneath. Throwing it again towards the net, but that Octane will have that play. Big demo. Leads to more of a dunk situation. A chance for Scuttle. Not going to find it. Brisky, though, gets the read. Oh, that shouldn't happen with 3 defenders, and yet it does. An awkward mistake from UTS, and we got ourselves a tie game with 1.5 minutes still to go in regulation here in game number 3. Plenty of time for a couple of goals as Massey was the one who tried to drive it straight down the middle, can only go so far with it. Still, though, plenty of time as Brisky tries to pass it back across the middle. Knight is there, will collect, lobs one up, and will follow it through themselves. Scuttle actually drops it in front of the box, gets a demo. Doesn't find the goal. 1.5 minutes remaining. And we lob that one across the pitch while being held up in the air. Do we see another shot? Not quite. Massey now will go corner to corner. Gonna throw it back more towards the middle, and we see actually Scuttle with that touch, trying to find one Brisket. Doesn't quite get there. Massey into the corner right now. Oh, this could be very good. Ooh, it looked like Sorexel wanted that shot. Not going to get it just yet. Now we see Knight with the chance. Only goes so far. Another opportunity for Sorexel as he will bang it down. Looks for a redirect. Not going to find it. Knight instead will play off that backward, touching it down towards the goal. But not in. 23 seconds still on the clock, and I thought we could have seen a flurry of goals. Instead, it's going to be the next one that probably wins this game. Knight lobs it up across the middle of the pitch. Sorexel wanting to watch underneath. It turns into a shot from Knight. Mossy tries to follow through, but won't be able to get there in time. 8 seconds still to go. Brisky keeps the ball held in the corner. As we see Daxter throwing it over to Scuttle. Challenge won by Sorexel. Knight underneath gets that first touch. It matters not. We go to an overtime as we are sitting 2-all in OT right now. Again, winning this moves you on to match point, which is where you want to be. Ball bouncing in front of the net. A chance perhaps for someone to tap it through. No one able to get there in time. 14 seconds still on the clock. As we see a nice little flick up from Massey over to Knight, trying to find a way to tap it in, but with 2 defenders in the way. Now then we'll be able to bring it through. Sorexel, more backward pressure. Massey with a chance, and Sorexel saves it. No! Oh, not like that. You hate to see it. UTS had the goal, but it's a teammate save from Sorexel, the player who we're kind of like leaning on to possibly be like the breakout player in this match. Oh my goodness. All right, well, overtime will keep ticking then, I suppose, but remember that save, and it might come back to bite UTS. Still, nearly a minute into this overtime, no goal scored yet. Massey keeping that pressure going in UTS's favor, though. Got the ball to Brisky. Knight eventually will step up to challenge. Brisky did a really good job slowing it down, actually. As we do see a play through that corner, a chance perhaps for Massey to find someone looking for Knight underneath. Gets a light touch. Brisky with the challenge looks good. Sorexel versus Daxter. Sees Daxter clear it across the middle of the field. Corner to corner we go. Possession currently being held by Sorexel. He goes for the flick before looking for the reset. Massey trying to tap it back up to him. Instead, all they get is a demo and a loss of possession as Brisky looks to take it back up that other way. Still an overtime game. Ball actually getting dangerous, and if RMIT can win this, oh, again, you got to go back to that own goal. Well, that save. Not really an own goal, but definitely an own save, I suppose is what you'd call it. Definitely is keeping this game alive a lot longer than what we may have initially expected. Ball bouncing in a dangerous spot. RMIT with a chance to end it. Scuttle tries to tap it down, but is unable to push it through. Brisky now challenged by Massey. Will lose out. Follow through is there by Knight, who puts it more towards the middle, where Daxter will find yet another booming clear. So many of these booming clears have been courtesy of Daxter. Brisky towards the backboard, read by Sorexel, who will now try to drive it forward. Scuttle drops it down. Massey with possession, back pass to Knight, who does not have the boost to play with, but does have a Sorexel. Nice read and save. I believe that was from Daxter, who's now looking to go that other way. Daxter lobs one up, but cannot quite get that ball over to the teammate in the situation. Scuttle first to fall back as Brisket fails the challenge. Middle of the pitch, that shot looked good for Sorexel, but it's not on target enough. 2.5 minutes into this overtime that just keeps ticking and plugging away. Got ourselves a long overtime here. Get comfortable, people. Knight across the middle, though, looking to possibly end it, but we'll just run into Scuttled underneath. Brisky puts up a lobber. Boost available for Scuttled. A chance perhaps. Went for the reset touch. Instead goes for the dunk play, but doesn't make that read. Very, very close. And now Massey with a bit of a breakaway, but doesn't have the boost to chase it up. As we hit 3 minutes into this overtime, might I add. Very, very long overtime. Knight looking for that backboard read. Actually got that touch to go corner to corner. Surexel going to go for a reset. Instead has to kind of get a bit more power into that backboard. Won't be able to get too far with it. Massey challenge. Lobs one up as Daxter will clear it off that backboard. Middle of the field. Leads to an awkward touch from Surexel. Knight will be the one who bangs it back forward once more. 3.5 minutes into this overtime. Approaching that 5-minute mark. Almost an extra game at this stage as the clock does keep tick-tocking away. Surexel lobs it in front of that box, but Daxter will be able to catch it. Now looking to go the distance. Knight does slow it down, but only temporarily. Surexel look to connect with Brisky. Knight again, forced to rotate on through. Has a touch to that corner, ball in a dangerous spot, and that lets up Daxter off that backboard. Do we see a play underneath? Massey reading, waiting, watching as a lighter touch. The fall through is there, though, as Massey and Surexel kind of go for a pinch with each other. Boss off that backboard. Oh, a nice bump as well. Someone's got to take the shot. Please, someone take the shot, but no one is there. And another missed opportunity in this overtime for UTS Esports. They've had so many near goals, but no one is able to find it. As we do see Brisky cleared across that middle of the pitch. Nearly 5 minutes. We actually might go that 5-minute overtime. Oh, ball got behind UTS, but not enough to put it through. 4:30 on the clock. Surexel again with the chance to maybe play through that corner. And will lead to a back pass across the middle. Nice touch. Going to the opposite end. Scuttled, challenged by Massey. Too slow to the play as Knight actually set that up with a squishy, it looked like. Was able to take it to the backboard. Massey, miscommunication. Passes it over to Scuttled. There's no defenders there. A chance for RMIT to get the win, but they cannot score on the open net. So many missed opportunities now for each of these teams as we continue to trudge along. 5 minutes. This has been an entire extra game right now. Game 3.5 is done. We are now into 3.75, I suppose, as Brisky tries to get into that corner. Ball up for grabs. Knight throws it down. Massey's there, but the shot's a little bit too high, and off that post, Scuttled will clear it towards the opposing corner. Doesn't get too much on the tail end of it all, as we see another strike, this time coming from Brisky, who gets it towards that backboard. It's lobbed in a dangerous spot. Someone's got to go up for it. It's going to be Knight. Tries to throw it back down to Mr. Messi, who only has Scuttled to beat, but Scuttled still wins out. Surexel bailing the teammate. Gets the second touch along that corridor. Brisky will be looking to keep it there, but that might open the door for Messi to find that pass. This could be dangerous. Ball slowly rolling. Knight throws it back the other way to where Surexel's waiting. Ball cut down by Dexter, so we don't see that shot just yet. Getting closer and closer now to nearly 6 minutes in this overtime. Ball is in front of the net. The shot is not there. Massey misses yet another open net. Oh my goodness, and now we could be going back that other way. Surexel may have just passed it to Daxter. The shot straight through and in. RMIT get a crazy victory after so many missed opportunities to come from UTS. A 6:09 long over 6 minute 9-second overtime. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. What a victory for this RMIT team. Granted, it's only their second, and it's a 3-game series, but that was insane. That was actually an insane one, as you can take a look. Oh, look at that. The score has updated, but more importantly, we're going to throw it back to yours truly while I set up that next replay. Might actually, you know what? You're going to watch me take a sip of water after that overtime. 6 minutes, 9 seconds. Woo! Hydrate. Important. Stand by it. All right, let's go. Let's get this bad boy set up. We could be seeing our final game. We could be seeing 2 more games. Either way, that one was a bit interesting, and now we're looking at a situation where it is currently a match point to RMIT that I was not expecting coming into this, as we are kicking this one off. RMIT in orange, UTS in blue. Win, and you look so good, RMIT. That pressure is going to be on them. That is for absolute sure after that overtime. Meanwhile, we're kind of going to be watching and seeing how can this blue team respond? How can UTS, the favorites realistically coming into this one, how can they respond and get themselves back in this series? Well, only time will tell as Knight's just going to kind of dribble it around with himself. Daxter does throw a back pass over to the like of that orange card. The name Scuttled? I always forget Scuttled's name until immediately after the camera cuts away. Then I remember it's like, oh yeah, it's Scuttled. That's who it is. I'm very bad about that, and I do apologize. Either way, middle of the pitch right now, Scuttled. Just going to go ahead and take it to that corner where it will be caught by the defense initially. Oh, a strike from midfield. But again, it's off the post and not in. And how many times can this keep happening? UTS, look, it is one of the most frustrating things in the world when you cannot find those goals when they are posting and not going through. UTS definitely in a bit of trouble right here, but not out of the danger entirely. Obviously, if they win this game, they take us to a Game 5, which can become very dramatic. You know, at the drop of a hat right now, Scuttled with possession. Actually does get a nice touch to beat out one defender, but can't get too far back the other way. Sorexo looking to backboard setup. Knight, light touch just in front of the net. It's a swing and a miss from Brisky, who actually got it in Daxter's way as well. That's a 1-0 lead for UTS, and they are back out in front where they are realistically expecting themselves to be. 3:33 on the clock. Play through the corner. Caught by Sorexo. So play through the corner some more. Maybe a little play from underneath. That touch will move it forward. A couple swings, a couple misses as Daxter from underneath touches it towards the net, but Sorexo will push it to that opposite side. Play off that side wall. Daxter with a chance ball bouncing off the backward opening for Sorexo to clear. That almost looked like Sorexo was looking for the goal, which would have been kind of funny. Oh, that would have been great, actually, but not to be the case. Still only a 1-0 lead right now for UTS. They're holding on quite convincingly. Brisky tries to middle it, but will be shut down by Sorexo. It's a nice backboard setup, but with the defense playing actually a bit further back, very conservative looks from UTS. It's going to make it hard to be scored against, but it's also going to be harder for them to score, and a little bit missed opportunity when Sorexo found that setup. I feel like it's good to start playing that more style, maybe when you're 2-0 ahead, maybe even 3-0, but 1-0, one goal difference, I don't know. It feels a little risky to me. I'd like a couple more points on the board. The demo opens the doorway, and Sorexo gets credit for the goal. There you go. That's more what I want to see from this UTS side. Take advantage of their tempo, of their experience. They're out in front 2-0 in game number 4, looking to take us to that Game 5. Knight with possession. We'll take it right over the top of our first defender. Leaves it back to Scuttle. Clear it back over to Brisky. We'll be looking to play backward. Massey with a chance. Finds that first touch underneath. We'll be able to read it. Sorexo for another play forward. Nice dribble. Only has Daxter to beat. Light touch. Follow through. Shot. Goal. Good. 3-0 lead right now for UTS off of a great dribble play. And now it's looking like Game 4 might actually be well and truly out of reach. Now it's looking like it's going to be RMIT who are going to be on the back foot going into Game 5 as UTS seem to have that momentum back. You know, you got names like Brisket. I'm seeing donuts drive around. It's dinner time. All right, I might have to get myself some Chatime after this. Get myself some of that iced tea. I know it's not food, but you know, still feels good. Something with honey and lemon actually would be ideal right now, just to help the throat. Just to help the throat. Not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie. Not 100% coming into today. Kind of threw out my voice a couple days ago and really felt it yesterday. Today kind of on the mend, but you know what? You have Rocket League to cast, so you stick with it. You keep going for it. A minute 15 still on the clock right now. Messi off that backboard, trying to find a way to get past Sorexo, but we'll only be able to go so far with it. Ball being thrown right back down. Knight, lighter touch. Follow through is there. Now Knight with possession, tries to keep that ball held up high. Sorexo actually going to play it off that backboard. There's a Massey, and there's a save by Sorexo again. He was going for the bump, but he wound up hitting the ball. This has been one of the least fortunate series I have seen from Sorexo in such a long time. It's almost humorous at this stage. 45 seconds to go. I don't think we're seeing 3 goals come from RMIT Purple. I think we're going to that Game 5, that decider game, and that's got me feeling oh so good. 33 seconds. Let's see if we can get any sort of last-second goals, you know, some high notes to end this game on. As that ball is being looked to be thrown across the middle of the pitch right now. Knight is able to get there, but gets demoed by Scuttled for his troubles. Daxter doesn't make that read. Shot, opposite corner, not quite going to find its way in. Sorexel actually keeps that pressure moving forward, now throws it back. Daxter versus Knight. Daxter wins out. As we do see 5 seconds left on the clock. Massey throws one down. It's all for Sorexel. Actually wound up blocking it. 0 seconds. Do we see that 0-second goal? Well, Knight's going to go for it. Massey has the pass across the middle, but the ball does touch the ground. 3-0 victory. UTS are back in this one. They have tied the series back up as we get ready to go to a Game 5. Hello, everybody. Just going to be setting up for our Game 5 real quick. Yeah, you know what? I knew it was a Game 5 all along, by the way. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Maybe because I have access to the replays, but I knew. Anyways, we're going to go straight into that, though. Game number 5, winner take all in this match between RMIT Purple and UTS Esports. Very curious to see where we go with this one. Very curious because it's so much on the line. One game to decide. Our second Game 5, by the way, of the evening. That's pretty impressive. Brisky trying to find a goal straight out of the gate, is unable to get there, but I love that early play. My goodness. That could have been huge. Instead, we see that ball bouncing back. Massey underneath. Trying to force some pressure to it. Only goes so far with the ball. As we see it bouncing around in that box. Brisky follows it through. Only momentarily, though. Here comes one Mr. Massey down in the box. Knight there waiting. Just needed to redirect it with a bit more power. Instead, kind of pushed it a little too far. And we still got ourselves what's looking to be a 1-0 lead as UTS do eventually crack that defense and get that goal. Good to see for the UTS side. They strike first. Gonna be happy with that one. Play looking to continue. Up in the air, a chance to follow it through on that backboard is one Sorexel, but actually waits for it to bounce. Playing a very patient game and actually caused one attacker to bite. That was Scuttled, who maybe cheated a little bit too far. Still, though, Daxter has that pass across the middle, and Scuttled recovering from the bump finds the equalizing goal. We are tied now at 1 apiece. But the action continues on. 1-1 between these two teams. 3:55 still remaining on the clock. Shot towards the goal, saved by Sorexel, who throws it to the opposite end. Now Sorexel will drive it across that middle of the field. Daxter forced to race back. Actually gets there in the nick of time. Scuttled, though, lobs it up. Daxter throws it back down. Play through the corner. Massey eventually will arrive there in time. Scuttled. It's a bit of a lobber. Sorexel goes for the challenge, but winning that race, of course, is that bright orange car, realistically being the carry of this team thus far. Of course, Daxter has been absolutely phenomenal for this RMIT team. But will it be enough to beat Sorexel? If he puts shots like this on, it's going to be a challenge. Daxter again, though, able to make that save. Now it's going to be Knight's turn, who tries to find Sorexel, but doesn't quite get there. As Massey will stay back. Knight is an interesting one, because Knight is a player with a lot of fanfare around him, actually. Like, a lot of people have been pegging this guy as kind of a six-man's hero, thinking back on it now. Particularly in the ODL, there's a lot of attention on him in the Division B, like the lower division. So curious to see his performance today. Honestly, there's been a fair few mistakes. A lot of unforced errors with that ball being held up in the sky, but the pace and the tempo he sets and his positioning is really good. It's just been little whiffs every now and then. It can be my only criticism, but other than that, actually, Knight has been quite phenomenal in pretty much every other aspect. As Sorexel is trying to find Knight right now across the middle. Scuttled able to go up high for it. Has Brisky underneath Knight, though. Will keep the play in front of him. Massey will follow it through. Ball off that side wall. Scuttled's already there. Actually, that is not Scuttled. That was Daxter able to get to that ball first, as we see Brisky throw it back down to Scuttled, but Knight already able to play that corner. Gets one touch, but doesn't have the second one until the ball bounces on the ground. Slow playing it for Brisky to take it away. 2 minutes left in regulation. Climb, tick-tocking down further and further. Sorexel only had Scuttled to beat, but is unable to get there. Massey with the slow touch finds a way to get the goal, and UTS get a massive 1-goal lead with just under 2 minutes left in this game. UTS may have just won with that goal right there. It's all about the defense for the next 2 minutes for this blue team. Brisky, though, already on the attack with help from Scuttled. The ball gets played through that side wall. Where is at third member. Where was Daxter? Not quite there in position. Scuttle swings and misses, and Massey actually tries to slow play it, and that does kind of work against them. As we see Daxter clear across the middle of the field, Massey will fall backward. It's a lob up. Brisky's going to try to chase it through. Won't be able to go too far just yet. Daxter looking to connect on to Scuttled. It's a nice lob across the middle of the pitch, caught by Sorexel. Scuttled as well as Brisky double commit, and that forces Daxter all the way back into the box, and actually tries to read the slow play off of Sorexel. Did get a good touch, but Knight already midfield shuts it down. Sorexel tried to go for the backward shot, unable to corral it. Massey with the follow-through shot, stopped by Daxter as well. Had either of those goals got in, that probably could have been game. Yet still, with only just a minute remaining, time working against RMIT. Scuttled holds the ball on that opposite end of the field for just a few brief moments, slowly bouncing towards the goal. Knight puts one up. Going to be caught by our good friend, Mr. Messi, but he doesn't find the goal. Instead, we see one Bresky clearing it across the middle of the field, gets the ball to the backboard. Sorexel's there, middle of the pitch, but shut down by Scuttled. Scuttled has a chance to follow it up. However, Knight will get there first. Throwing it to that corridor. Messi puts it up high from underneath. Actually, he's going to look for the boost and the bump, but Knight, not aware for it, actually stayed a little bit further back. Only 30 seconds left for the side of UTS to hold on and find that win. Sorexel gets it to the backboard with Scuttled. Actually found a nice touch over to Brisky. That's a shot. Massey able to get behind it, does have that save. 15 seconds. This attack has to work for RMIT. 13 seconds. Scuttled. Play off of Knight, but Sorexel's able to get there. Lobs one back towards that opposite quarter. Brisky from underneath puts one towards the net. Read by Messi. 3 seconds to go. Daxter keeps it alive. 0 seconds on the clock. Brisky touching it towards the net. Sorexel is there, and it's touched off of Knight and in. A 0-second goal keeps UTS alive. We go into overtime. No time to rest. OT about to kick off. The own goal with 0 seconds takes us to overtime. And all of a sudden, RMIT are in a second position to possibly pull off a crazy upset. I don't know if this overtime is going to go 6 minutes again. In fact, Massey's already looking for that goal. Sets up tonight. It's off the post, not in. Brisky with a chance to go back the other way. Does connect across the middle to Daxter, but Sorexel makes a read. Sorexel gets the double touch, spikes it through, and RMIT fall. UTS win. Sorexel with the game-winning goal in overtime, but my goodness, what a way to end this series on. That was absolutely crazy, and I'm going to break convention. I'm going to rewind just a little bit. I want to see this 0-second goal again. I know they didn't win, but what? Actually, I'm not sure that was an own goal. I'm not sure either of them touched it. Like, does anyone actually touch this ball? No! It just slides through. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. That was utterly amazing. But the double touch from Sorexel, of course, did kind of play spoiler at the end of it all. Look, that is going to do us for tonight. Hello, everybody, once again. A big last thank you to all of our sponsors, of course. You know, Chatime, AOC, Indomie, and RIG or RIG. Thank you all so much for the sponsors, and thank you all for tuning in. It was a super fun day. That last game, by far, absolutely one of the most insane we have seen. Congrats to our UTS for pulling that one off. RMIT, that's got to be heartbreaking, but that's Rocket League sometimes. It is what it is. Be sure to follow up, like, and subscribe, do all the Facebook things, do all those YouTube things, because it's not just Rocket League here at AEL. We also got your Rainbow Six Siege, your CSGOs, your Dotas, all sorts of esports here in this Uni League Season 1. So drop a follow if any of those interest you. Until next week, or realistically until tomorrow, because more of that high school Rocket League is going to be kicking off with my good friend Junior Tins. He's a hilarious guy, so check it out. Maybe a little bit more relaxed than I am, but definitely more funny. Like, definitely more charismatic, has the humor on me. Especially in the looks department. His funny looks, he looks hilarious. He's just a funny-looking guy. So be sure to tune in for that, and have a great day, everybody. Ciao.